Yes, good afternoon to all. Shall we start or we should wait for a couple of minutes? Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I think we should start. Uh, so, as this is your first lab of a database management system, so what will be the agenda for today? I will be briefing you all what we all are doing for entire semester for the lab of DBMS, and then I'll be covering, because to start the practical you should have some foundation, so I'll be covering some theory topic, and then we'll go to create your account in an online tool called Apex by Oracle. So we'll be performing our practical on the Apex tool. We'll be creating your accounts, and we'll be using Google Classroom for assignment and submission of the practical. So I have already created Google Classroom for DBMS. I'll be sharing you the link or the code. You need to join. I have already uploaded your practical one in that. And today only I will be giving you demonstration of practical one, and then you can perform the practical. So in entire laboratory session, for first 1 hour, I will be giving you the demonstration, and next 1 hour, you need to perform the practical. And whenever you do have any doubt, you can ask me. Meanwhile, if I wish, then I can tell anyone to share your screen. So you need to share your screen and you need to show me what you are doing. So this is the thing that we are going to do for today's lab, right? So in this particular laboratory, we are creating DB database in terms of table, right? There are many types of database which are available, like relational model, object oriented model, ER model. The details we will be studying in the theory, but the most popular model is relational model, in which data are, you can say, organized in the way of tables in the form of rows and columns, right? So we will be using or creating, or you can say playing with a relational database in this particular lab, and we will be using SQL, which is structured query language, to perform our practicals. I will be giving the demonstration to you all very soon. So these are the things. So before we start our actual practical, I want you to clear few things. So I'll covering that things. So I think in lectures we already seen data and information. So you all are knowing. Then there are a few, you can say, terminologies that you need to understand. Let me again open the Excel so you can have the idea. See, Excel I'm using just for the demonstration purpose, but actual database is very much different. Yeah, you can view the data in form of rows and table, but actual database is very different than the Excel. But you can have the idea how your data is organized in the form of rows and columns. That's why I'm using Excel, to make it easier for you. So first is field. Field is nothing but set of characters that represent specific data element. So any particular, this, for example, cell is field. For example, it is set of character. It can be A, it can be 1, it can be 4, it can be at the rate. So this particular cell where your row and column is meeting, so this is A1 is your field, A2 is your second field, A3 is your third field. So these, you can say this is a field. Then record. Collection of field is a record. So once you have different field, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is a record. Record is nothing but your row. Like this is second field, this is third field, etc. These two things are very important to understand, and it will be also asked in your examination. What is the schema and instance? One word is schema, and one word is instance. So schema is logical structure of database. Consider whenever you are making a database, you need to make a structure. Like in the C programming, whenever you want to make the program, first what you are doing, you are drawing some flowchart or drawing some algorithm, and then you need to start the program. So like here also, first, for example, you need to, let me give you one example, make a table of an employee of an company, right? I tell you, please make a database table of an employee. Can anyone tell me what are the various fields sorry, which are available in the table? What are the various, what type of data you will store in the employee table? Yes, anyone? What type of name? Yes. Employee name, ID, yes. Okay. So consider employee ID, for example, name, then department, then for example, joining date, and salary. So this is what you have done. You have made a structure of the table, right? Still we have not filled the data, but this is the structure of the table. So structure of the table is nothing but schema. So structure of the, so this is the schema of, for example, this is the schema of employee table. This is the schema of employee table, right? Now let's understand the second meaning, instance. The data stored in the database at a particular moment is, or particular moment of time. For example, right now, is there any data stored here? Answer is no. We have not stored any data. So this is the instance of this database at particular time. For example, right now time is 1:44. So you can say this is instance of this particular table at time. Now, for example, I am adding first row. For example, employee name is 101. Name is, for example, Krunal. Department is C. Joining date is 1st January. And salary is, for example, 50,000. So I have added one row. So now your instance is changed. Now this is the instance. Getting my point? Whenever you do any modification in the database, the instance will get changed. Right now this is the instance. After some time, you are adding second employee. Uh, 10th Jan. For example, salary is 60,000. So again, instance change. This is second instance now because we have done the modification, but not you adding entire row. But for example, now I am increasing my salary, for example, 65,000. Instance change. So you can say it is a snapshot of the database at particular time. See, whenever you are taking a snapshot, what you are doing, whatever the current screen is, you are taking the screenshot, right? In your mobile, what you are doing, you are taking a screenshot. So right now here also, it is nothing but a snapshot of the database is instance. Now tell me one thing, whenever you are adding the data, whenever you are adding the data in the table, schema changed or not? Schema. Whenever we are adding the data, schema will not change, because see, what is schema? Structure. We are not changing the structure. What we are doing, we are just adding the row. So schema will not change. What it will change? Only instance will change. So whenever you are adding, updating or delete the data, structure will not change. Only instance will change. So I hope it is clear difference between schema, which is a logical design, and instance, that is data stored in the database at a particular moment of time. And instance get changed frequently, but schema can't. See, it is not like the schema cannot be changed at all. For right now, for example, if I want to add one more row, for example, employee, department, joining date, salary, and for example, relief date. So what I have done, I have changed the structure now. I have added one more column. So you can say the schema is also changed. But schema will not change frequently. But whenever you are adding the data, the instance will get changed. Next, database you already know. Tuple is nothing but row. The row is tuple. See, this is tuple 1. This is tuple 2. So tuple is nothing but row. Attribute is nothing but column. This is attribute 1. It is attribute 2. This is attribute 3, 4, 5, 6. So row is tuple, T-U-P-L-E, and the column is nothing but attribute. Right? So you can say the table employee is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 attribute and 2 tuple. Degree. Number of attribute in a relation is called degree. Number of attribute. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So degree is 6. And cardinality. Number of tuples in a relation is cardinality. So 1 and 2. Cardinality is 2. If you add one more row, cardinality is 3. If you delete one row, cardinality is 1. Right? So degree is number of column. Cardinality is number of row. So these are few things that you need to remember. Key I am skipping right now. Whenever we will be using in our practical, I will cover it. So I am just keeping it for right now. Now SQL, structured query language, and whatever we are using in our practical. So structured query language or SQL is the standard command set to use to communicate with the relational database management system. See, SQL is not a DBMS. DBMS that we are using is of Oracle. Oracle is the DBMS, but SQL is the language between user and the DBMS. We can use SQL as an intermediate tool to create, delete, or update or extract the data from the database. SQL is a non-procedural language. In theory, tomorrow we will be telling, or I will be learning what is the meaning of procedural and non-procedural. Few characteristics of SQL, I am not going into the much detail of this because it is very easy to learn, handle. All these are very well known. So I'm not going into the much detail over here. This is something important. See, what we are doing whenever we want to create any table in the SQL. See, Excel is simple. In Excel, if you want to create the table, I have created like this. But whenever it is, you can say DBMS, it is something tricky, you can say. Right? So, whenever it comes to the data, when it comes to the data types. So, one thing before creating a table that we need to know, It is data type. Can anyone tell me what is data type? What do you mean by data type and why we use data type? In C language, you might have studied data type. Integer, character, okay. But why you are using data type? What is the need of data type? Okay, a particular kind of value item as defined by value it can take in programming. See, in programming in C particularly, if you are using the whole number, then you are taking integer. Then natural or float number, fractional number, then it is float. For character, you are using string. So you need to specify the particular data type. Here in SQL also, whenever you are creating a table, you need to tell to the database which kind of data am I going to store. For example, in Excel, you are not doing all this, right? But when you are creating a table, you need to tell in employee ID which kind of data I am going to store. In name, which kind of data I am going to store. In department, which type of data I am going to store. Something like that. So SQL is having 6 types of data. 6 types. Let's see. Number, obviously number. If you want to store numeric value in your database, then you need to use number data type. This is the name of the data type, number. And the argument you can say is size. But size you need to specify or like this. Now, what is the meaning? Let me explain to you by example. Whenever you are creating a table and you are specifying number 5, 2. So what is the meaning? Total length of your data length in terms of characters is 5. Out of that, 2 is the precision. This is the precision length. Here it is written. N specify the number of digits and the D specify the number of digits to the right of the decimal point. Let me tell you example. For example, 100.52. So you can store it? Yes, because 5 is the total length. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 is the total length. Yes. And after decimal point, 1, 2. Getting my point? So this is, for example, if I trying to store like this, it will give me the error because now the total size is 6 and you are only allowing to store the length with 5. Getting my point? So this is the number data type whenever you want to store numeric values like mobile number, salary. Am I audible? Okay, sorry. So this is numeric data type. Second one is character data type. Used to store character value of fixed length in a column, right? As from the name you can understand that the character CHAR is character data type and size. Example is also given. Name is the column name, character or data type and 25. That means you can store a string of maximum length of 25. And in character, you can store characters up to 255. So this is the size limit of the character data type. See, once we are using in the table, then you can understand it very well. Next is varchar or varchar2. So generally we are using varchar2. You can use varchar also. So this data type is used to store variable length of alphanumeric data. For example, in character you cannot store numbers, and in number you cannot store character. But somehow whenever you want to store alphanumeric data, for example, your account number bank is starting for A101, A102, something like that. So this is alphanumeric data. So in case of alphanumeric data, you can use varchar2 data type, like address varchar2 50. So you can store address up to length 50, and the limit is 4000 character. So in character it is limited to 255, but here you can store 4000 character. So we will be using varchar2 data types in our practicals whenever required. Date. So whenever you want to store the date in the database, so you can use date. For example, DOB means column name, date of birth, and you just need to write date. It declares DOB to be different data type, or sorry, to be the date data type. And remember, by default syntax of date is DDMONYY. That means DD, for example, today is 21st, then AUG, then 20. This is a by default format in which you can store the date. Obviously, you can also change according to your need. I will also teach you how to change this by default format. This long and row we are not going to use, because it is, for example, if you want to store variable and string up to 2 GB size, and this is it is for, you can say, binary data or picture or images, then row and long row, these all type of data are used, but we are not, it is out of scope, so I'm not covering it. So 6 type of data type, but what we are using, we will be using number, date, and varchar2. So don't worry if you have not understood yet anything or something, it's fine. Whenever I will start the practical, you will understand everything. So this is some theory part that I wanted to convey before we start. Now, to perform the practical, first you need to have account in the Apex. Account in the Apex, right? So I have created one manual. So step by steps are given in the manual to create the account. Right now what I am doing, I will give you the demonstration. So right now you don't do anything, just look at what I am doing to create an account. Then later on you can create at your own, and whenever you are having doubt, I have uploaded in the Google Classroom. So you can do this. It is very simple process, right? So first, now understand, today we need to, you can say, create your Apex accounts on which we will be performing our practicals. So just you write here Oracle Apex. So first link will be there, apex.oracle.com. It is nothing but a cloud-based Oracle engine, you can say, where you can perform your practicals. So I am opening it. So these will be open on your screen. Here you need to click on sign in, sign in. So if you are having already user ID and password, you can log in, but you don't have, first you need to create your user ID and password. So you need to click here, see, below sign in, request a workspace. Request a workspace you need to create. You need to click on this. So I'm clicking on this. Here you need to write your details. For example, first name, last name, email ID. You should use Marwari University email ID only. No sign up with personal email ID will be allowed. But I have already created my workspace with my official ID and I cannot create it second time. So I'm creating it with my personal email ID. So I'm writing my personal email ID. You need to write your email ID, first name, last name, email ID, and workspace. Workspace is used to uniquely identify your database that you are going to create, right? You need to remember, because at every time when you are login, you need to use that. By default, put it your name underscore surname, like KRUNAL underscore VAGHELA. But I cannot use this because I have already created workspace with this name in my earlier account. So what I am doing, I'm using one. But you can use your name underscore surname over here, right? Country, you put India, from whatever country you are, but you need to put over India. This is personal. Got it? Name, surname, email ID, workspace name that you need to remember, and click on next. Survey. Are you using new to Oracle? Yes. You need to click yes, yes. Do you plan to use for university? Yes. Next. What is the purpose? Why you are creating this? For example, teaching and learning. Something like this. Next. Agreement, accept, next. You take screenshot of this. Before you proceed, you take screenshot. It contains your detail, first name, last name, email ID, workspace name, country, submit request. So the request will be submitted and you will get email on your email ID. So you need to check this. Sometimes it will take 5 to 10 minutes and sometimes it will come immediately. See, I have received email from Oracle, action required. You need to click on this email and create workspace. Here, click on this. Workspace is successfully created, right? Continue to sign in. So as you have not set any password, first step is to set the password. So I am setting my password. You can set at your own. Change the password. So that's it. This is the thing that you need to do. Consider I am signing out. And I'm closing this. And whenever you want to open again Oracle Apex, you need to Google it. Click sign in. Workspace name you need to write. I have written Krunal underscore Vaghela 1. Username your email ID. password, whatever you have set. Right? This is the login. Clear up till now? Anyone is having any doubt according to this? See, don't worry if you have not missed few steps. I will give you the manual with the screenshot. See, everything is written in the manual. You can use this manual to create, and it is very simple sign up process. So once you are on this screen, you need to click SQL workshop. This, and once you will be on this, you need to click on SQL commands here. So this is the editor where you will be performing the practical. Here you need to write, and here you will get the output. So this is, up till now we have created the tool. This is the tool on which you will be performing the practical. Hope it is clear. Now let me open your practical 1. So this is your practical 1. Practical 1 is nothing but creating a table and inserting the data in the table. In first practical, what we will do today, we'll be creating some simple tables and we'll be inserting some data. So you can see you need to first create the table account. Create a table account. These are the attributes or column name: account number, name, city, balance, and loan underscores taken. These are the fields. These are the data types. What data type I should use? And these are the size. After you create the table, you need to insert this data. For example, account number is 001, name is Patel Jigar, city is Mehsana, balance is 5,000, loan underscores taken is yes. Then see what I will do. I will create this. This I will do. I will give you the demo. But here you need to create 4 tables. First is account. Second, you need to create a table called loan. This is the table structure. This is the data. Third table, you need to create installment. This is the table structure. This is the data. Fourth table, you need to create transaction. This is the table structure. This is the data. Few queries are there that today we'll not do. We'll do in next. But today's task is to create 4 tables and insert the data. By this, can you tell me from which application this database is? From which application? Where can you find account and loan and transaction and all installment? Which domain is there? Bank, yes. So what we will do, we will be taking examples of bank. Clear? So let's start how to create a table using SQL. I think all of you are ready and understood. So let's start how to create a table. See, here you need to write the command, or you can say query. In SQL we call this as a query. But here the font will be very small. So what I will do, I will write in the notepad and then I will copy over there. So to create, say I am creating a table. See, this is very simple. So what, let me do the fonts big. So you need to write, to create a table, CREATE, create table. create table. Then name of the table. What is the name of the table? Name of the table is account. ACCOUNT. Create table account. Space. Bracket. And we need to specify the columns one by one. First is account underscores number. So account underscores number, name of the column, space, data type. What is the data type? Varchar2. Varchar2 into the bracket size. What is the size? Size is 5. 5. So this is first column, comma, space. Second is name. Name, space, varchar2. See, you can use char also, CHR, because name cannot be alphanumeric, but to make it easy, I am using only varchar2. You can use, sorry, name, data type, and size. What is the size? 30. 30. Comma, space. Third column, city. Varchar2 and size is 20. City, varchar2, size is 20. Comma, space. Fourth one is balance. Balance. In the balance, if you can see, the data type is number, because balance, account balance cannot be alphanumeric. Number, space, sorry, and 10, 2. So 10 will be the total length. Out of that, 2 will be the precision. We already solved. Space. Loan underscores taken. That means whether this customer have taken loan or not. Loan underscores taken. Data type is varchar2. Size is 5. Bracket over, and we have open bracket here. So we will close this bracket also here. Again, I am repeating. Command is create table, table's name, that means create table account, then column name, data type, and size, and column name, data type, and size, column name, data type, size, something like this. One more thing, whenever you are using the command or table name or attribute name, then it is case insensitive. That means you can write like this also. This is same as this. Got the point? You can write like this also. This is same as this. Right? Now let me copy this. Up till now, any quickly, any problem? Up till now, how to create a table, how to write the syntax, any query? Ask me. If you do have any query, ask me. Okay. So what I will do now, I will copy this and I will paste over here. And to run this is the green button that you need to use. See here, schema name is also written. So you need to click on run. If you are for doing it rightly, it will give you output. Consider I am deleting this bracket, last bracket I am deleting. So this means this is error. when I am using run, see, it has given me error, and it is also written missing right parenthesis. So I need to write parenthesis over here. Now let me run it from here. See, this is the result, output, table created. So your table is created. Now, how can you know whether my table is created or not? So there are 2-3 ways. Number one, here is the button find tables. Whatever the tables that you have created, you can find from here. Find tables. See account. Just we have created the table account. If I click on this, it will give me the structure of the table. See account number, name, city, balance, loan underscores taken. Data type, length, precision, scale, nullable. What is nullable? I will cover it in subsequent labs, but I am not covering it right now. This is way number one. How to you can find the table from here. If not, then there is a command also. DESC, meaning is describe. See, whenever you are writing the keyword, it will be converted into the red color. DESC space describe. Name of the table. Our name of the table is account. And run. So you can see here in output, your table is visible. So this is how you can create the table. This is the command. Any doubt, any queries in creating the table? Anyone? Okay, good. So now, yeah.
Variables are case sensitive, right?
Your voice is not clear. Can you type in the chat?
Okay.
Variables means this data type or these also are case sensitive. Means column names are also case sensitive. Yes. You're asking about these one, right? You're asking about column names. Column names are also case sensitive, but values are not. I'll tell you. So this is to create. Now we want to insert the data. So in here, we will insert the data row wise. Row wise, we will insert the data. So first row, we need to insert this, where account number is A001, name is Patel Jigar, city is Mehsana, balance is this, and this is this. So for that, the command is insert into name of the table, insert into account, space, values, values is the keyword, insert into table name, which is account, values, bracket. Now you need to specify the value. Now if your data type is character, date or varchar2, then you need to use single quote while assigning the value. As you can see, first we are entering value of account number. Account number is having data type varchar2, So I need to write the value in single quote. So first is A001, comma, space. Second is name, single quote, because name is also a varchar 2. This sequence is also important. If you write Patel Jigar first over here, Patel Jigar first over here, and A001 over here, then your table will take account number as Patel Jigar and name as A001. So you need to enter the data in the sequence of your column. If you change the sequence, then wrong value will be stored in the wrong column. So take care of this. Third is city. City is again a character. So again, single quote, Mehsana. Balance. See, balance is a number. So no need for single quote. So I can write directly 50,000 without any quote, comma, space. Loan underscore taken is also variable varchar 2. So I am writing YES. So now it is over. I open the bracket. So I am here. I am closing it. That's it. Here you need to remember the values are case sensitive. These A001 is different than this. So whenever you are entering the value, you need to take care. Suppose this is different, this is different. So values are case sensitive, keywords are not. Table name is not, column name is not. So let me insert this. Control C. Control V. And you need to run this. One row inserted. If you have not done any error, then you will get the message one row inserted. Now let us see. See what it first time when you write, then second is very simple. You just copy here again A002. Name is Patel Ramesh. Patel Ramesh. Mehsana 50,000. So these are same. And these three are same. Copy. Control C. Control V. Run. One row inserted. A003. Sorry. Dave Hardik. Dave Hardik. Then here it is Ahmedabad. Balance is 75,000 and loan underscore taken is no. So balance is 75,000 and loan underscore taken is no. Again, I will copy. Control C. Control V. Right? So this is how you can insert the value. Now, how you can know what values that we have inserted. So generally it is the query part. Detail I will tell you in the next laboratory, but just to clear over here, I am writing one query that you can also write. You need to write select star from name of the table, which is account. You need to write like this: select star from account, or whatever the table name, loan or installment or transaction. Select star from account. Run. See, this is your output. A001, 2, 3. So you have created the table and you have inserted the data. Any doubt, any queries? Anyone? What should I let you know? This DESC command is to show structure of the table. Again, I am writing DESC account. Run. So you can see the structure of the table. See. And whenever you are right, select star from account. It will show the data. Like this. Anyone query? Okay. So now what you need to do, first you create your Apex account, then you sign up, or first you sign up in Google Classroom. See, I have created this Google Classroom. I am, you can say, sharing link with you all as well as code. By this code, you need to write classroom.google.com, enter this code, or I am sending you the link. You need to click the link. You can join. If you see, I have updated to both. This is Apex manual and this is practical one. If you go to practical one, I have already uploaded it. And I have assigned to all the students. This is practical one, which I have, and due date is 3 September. 3 September, what you need to do, you need to make such file like this. All the create command and all the insert command, convert this into the PDF and submit as practical one, right? So in this, you need to submit your work. You need to type in the notepad or you Word file, whatever you want, and you need to submit it. So let me, and one more thing, I have already uploaded Apex manual also. This is Apex manual. This one. So you can create. So now exact 1 hour is over. So first you need to join Google Classroom. Second, you need to create your Apex. Third, you need to create the tables according to practical one, and according to that you need to insert the data. In next 1 hour, you need to finish all these tasks. So let me share you the link to join Google Classroom. So this is the link which I will be sharing with you all. This is the link. If you can click the link, or I am also sharing you the code. This is the code. Now, is anyone having any doubt? From phone, it will not be possible. You will need a laptop. Right now, we are talking about text data only. So any text data you can keep put on the table. Fine, everyone? So you join the Google Classroom. Shekhar, that you need to arrange, because without laptop, it is not possible to perform practical. Or you see if you can use your mobile in the browser, if you can do the Apex and all, then you can check. I'm not sure. And Google Classroom app is also available. If you want, then you can use the app. Okay, then you start performing the practical.